Hey chamacones and chamaconas, welcome back to Thunder Rosa's YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed and this is your first video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Today is probably one of the last videos of the year, and I want to...
this is for New Year or something.
Okay, actually it's for New Year, so...
Because it's like...
Okay, well, end of the year celebration. Thank you, Jesus. I survived 2022. Woo! Can I get a round of applause? Lord have mercy. So we survived with a new attitude, with no title, with a new ass, new breast, sort of, a new face, a new hair. I knew everything, guys. We're gonna go over my favorite 5 matches. Before I go into the 5 matches of the year, I'm really blessed to have had the year that I had, regardless of, you know, the obstacles or anything that you want to call it. I think that's very important for human growth. I'm very thankful for the opportunities that were given to me this year, from the highest highs to the lowest lows. These are moments that redefine you as a person, that help you really discover who you really are and where you want to go. So with that said, I want to thank all of my opponents during the year for stepping in the ring with me. I think I didn't do this alone. I will never do it alone, and I will never claim that I do things alone, because it takes 2 to tango, it takes 4 to have a tag match, it takes 6 to have a tornado match, you know, tag match, whatever you call it, and como relevos australianos en español. So I just want to make this clear, guys. I am not here, Thunder Rosa is not here for herself. Thunder Rosa is here to have a good match with my opponent. I cannot do things on my own. I cannot, you know, make somebody look good all the time. It's about both of us, you know. And for me, the most important part, I mean, of course, I want to have a great match, but it's for you to care for professional wrestling, for you to become a new fan of professional wrestling, for you to become a lifelong Thunder Rosa fan and a lifelong wrestling fan. And with that said, it's here my top 5. Oh, and if you can see, I broke my nails, so don't think I'm weird, but it's my top 5 matches of the year. Number 5, that's Tony Deppen versus Thunder Rosa at the coldest winter at GCW in Los Angeles, California. Okay. So we did a really cool, I actually went there a day before the match. We cut a little promo prior to the match. Tusslemaniac shout out, he did like the stuff he will be showing you. It's like a 2-minute thing, so you guys can see it. It was really cool because it was my first time wrestling Tony Deppen. I've seen him before. I've seen some of his matches. He was a big deal for a minute in ROH before it was bought by AEW, right? And for me to step in the ring with him was a challenge because he's pretty physical. Yeah. I think one of the highlights of this match is definitely my entrance. I have not been in LA wrestling for quite a while, and the people went absolutely like nuts. Another highlight, I was not wearing tights like under my underwear, and I swear to God, I thought you guys were gonna see my butt hole. Like it was a lot of ass out there. You know, I always talk about my ass. It's one of my best assets, no pun intended. And it looked great. I looked great. I was in great shape. My cardio was absolutely amazing. I want to thank Tony Deppen for carrying me during this match. Legit. We planned a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, we were just playing with the crowd, and it was amazing. At the beginning, we tried to do some stuff, didn't come out the way that we wanted to, but the fans were all about it. It was very intense, hard hitting. There was a spotting where he looked like he killed me, man, and
I was concerned.
And the fans were very concerned too. It was like, I could hear some of the fans. It was insane. The whole match, I think, was like 18 minutes. And it was hard hitting from bottom to top. And the finish was like out of nowhere. I rolled him up, and the fans were absolutely jack crazy. And I actually wore my mouthpiece because I was scared that I was gonna lose one of my 2 or 3 of my teeth, but didn't happen. Again, this is my number 5 match, Tony Deppen versus Thunder Rosa. If you have not seen it, subscribe to GCW. They are on Fight. I think it's $4.99 a month. If not, just go online and check for it. But the highlights are here. Moving to match number 4. Athena versus Rosa for the Women Warriors Championship in Chicago, Illinois. Well, this match was a 30-minute match. Super hard-hitting, another one. And is this my first time having a match with Athena? No. Yeah, it's first time. Yeah, it's the first time. And
you have a second match.
Yeah, that was a 3-way.
But you haven't.
Yes. Bruh. I was gassed as fuck. Like, and this is when I was in like super good shape. I think
that was 30 minutes, dude. It's like,
bro, I was like, if I was to have a match right now, a 30-minute match, I think I will vomit on the first 5 minutes.
That would be a great highlight.
Yes, like I'll be like one of those matches. I don't know if you can find it, but okay. Let's sidetrack. So before, you know, when I was on fire in 2021, man, I had a match, and my poor opponent, she felt a little sick after a move, and I did not notice. She had to roll out to like vomit. That will be me now.
In the indies.
Yes.
I can have that.
Yes.
Yes.
That will be me now.
It was
after running for 5 minutes. It was intense.
It was like in Minnesota or something.
No, that was in Tennessee.
Tennessee, yes. I remember that, yes.
Okay. Going back to the match, Athena is one of probably they call her American Joshi for a reason, not because she likes Japan, is because of the style of wrestling she implements in the ring. I actually had an interview with her at Busted Open. You guys can see it on Sirius XM, and she was talking about how the style of wrestling that she does, she's strong style. So we really meshed well together. It was a lot of fun. I remember there was one moment in between where it was a very 50-50 match. And there was a moment, man, where I'm about to do a double stomp on her ass. Not literally on her ass, but on her. And there was this fan yelling at me to hurry the fuck up. I turn around and I never respond to fans, but that time, because of like how long the match was, what it meant for both of us, I got pissed and I told him to fuck off. That was one. And then somebody else was like, you know, just being an a-hole. And so that happened. She gave me her finisher, and I tell you, like, I ate shit. And then I roll out, and she couldn't pin me. So the match, we went 30 minutes. Like, the time passed, you know, time limit draw. The fans, some of the fans were very happy. Some of the fans were not happy because people don't like, you know, draws. But there was this one. I turn around and I'm like dead tired. My adrenaline is going. I'm pissed because, you know, I couldn't pin her. And he turns and tells me, "You didn't win." And I was like, this motherfucker, man. And you know, the match is over, and he can put the clip after the match. You know, we showed respect and everything. And then the last part I said, and I'm very emotionally charged. If you have nothing better to say about the people that are in the ring that just had a 30-minute match, please be respectful and don't say anything. We want to be respected just as much as the men want to be respected. And in that match, I feel like Athena and we put everything out there, and we had a great time, and we entertained. And as two great athletes that we are, we did what we had to do. And unfortunately, you know, I didn't win, but that's okay. But this is one of the reasons why I loved being the champion at Warriors of Wrestling, because they always give me really good opponents. And this one, it showed that two women can have a 30-minute match and entertain everyone and have everybody on the edge of their seat. So that was my number 4.
What? Okay, there you go. Guys, be safe. Good night. Awesome, little buddy. Awesome.
Well, you know, I wish you would have been like, no, I dare you to be here for 30 minutes or 5 minutes and see your life.
Number 3, Serena Deeb versus Thunder Rosa at Double or Nothing in Vegas. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something. That match was very special to me, not only because it was a close of a circle with Serena Deeb. Serena Deeb and I started at the same time at AEW. I was signed with NWA, and when we had our first match, she got literally signed the next day. And I was like, I didn't, because I was with NWA. So, but we always had great chemistry. She's such a good storyteller. I remember the entrance. Everything was very special. Like, we really put a lot of effort in designing the gear. We wanted to be different, and I think we really took it up the notch. I think it looked really great. The headpiece was done by Teresa, who's from Los Angeles, who's a teacher. Shout out to you. She created the headpiece in a way because we were talking about, you know, paying our dues to like some of the women that actually passed away here in the border, that have disappeared, and a lot of the butterflies that I had, that was that. Well, the butterflies is like the spirits from the infra world that come back and like they pass messages. Spiritual representation of those women, because it's for the women that have passed away. But you know, that same week the Uvalde shooting happened, so I had a sacred heart in the middle, and Miss Sandra, who actually made the gown, they did an amazing job for it, and everything looked really good. Janet, who is my makeup artist, hi Janet, I miss you. She did a really cool design too. So everything looked so great. Even the boots were made here in Mexico based on the design of my clothes. But yeah, I'm talking too much about the gear. But we wanted to.
It was an amazing gear. Like, I gotta say, that is my personal favorite. Like, if they were going to make another action figure,
that should be
it. Yes. I mean, and you guys can put it on the comments, but I think that is the coolest. Like, I know the mariachi one and everything because I was involved with that, but that for me, it looks so like superstar.
Yeah, it was.
You know?
Yeah, we donated to help raise money for the Uvalde victims. We didn't raise a lot of money, but we did something. I feel like we could have done more.
Well, we didn't because there's never enough money for this. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. But it's the intentions that what counts. So going back to the match, it was very interesting to put it together. Dustin helped us put it together. Like I said, Serena Deeb is a magician in the ring, and she's so intense. And I remember like coming out and hearing the roar of the people. It was really magical. When we locked up, people went absolutely nuts. It was a pretty. I think we told a really good story. I need to watch this match again. a couple more times because I feel like when I watch her matches, like her matches and my matches when we're together, they're like re-inspiring me to wrestle again. Like there's something about her. I mean, that's one of the reasons why they call her the professor of professional wrestling. In terms of the moves, I think we the storytelling that we're telling was my knee was was it my knee or my back? I think it was my knee. Yeah, we're working on the knee.
Yes.
And I just like how we told the story. We did a figure 4, we fall into the ground. And then I remember she was terrified of getting on the top rope and doing the superplex into the finish. That was a really cool way to get into my finisher. And the people popped. They knew it was over. I like the reversals and everything. And I wish we would have had more time because we had like a really cool reversal kind of thing when she was doing a Serenity Lock. The Serenity Lock and Serenity Lock, yeah. And I mean, it's always like when you're doing live TV, like you have planned some stuff and people always go over their time. So you gotta do something else. But that's what we did. I think this is one of the most intense championship matches that I had, and also one of the most technical sound ones. And if you haven't had an opportunity to watch it, I will highly recommend you to watch it. It's a really good storytelling-wise match, and also very technical. So if you like technical wrestling and two badass women, battling each other in the casino, or not the Casino Royale, Double or Nothing in Vegas, you should watch it. That's Serenity versus Thunder Rosa at Double or Nothing 2022. My number 2, Nyla Rose versus Thunder Rosa. Nylita, I can't. Okay. Nylita Rose and I okay, I'm just gonna give you a little BTE of it. Like, I was joking around way too much with her when we were putting this match together. She's probably one of my favorite people to work with in AEW. She always has a great attitude. She always want to try new things. And Dustin was, again, my agent for this match, and it was so much fun to put it together. We were both really nervous. It was in Dallas and Garland, and this is the first time that I wore the Tejana. That's when I started becoming, the Tan Rosa, La Tejana, La Norteña, La Tejana. So we got new gear for everything. I always get new gear, but it was fun. It was different. I was able to do more high-flying stuff with her. There was one move in where it was a falsie. I think that's what, like, the fun stuff. It was where was it? It was a Hurricanrana. I wanted to do a run. I wanted to do a bunch of stuff, but we didn't have time to do it. I did the tornillo plancha to the outside, and I landed with my elbow on her eye. She got a black eye. And I remember she was telling me, I can't see. And I'm like, what do you mean you can't see? It's like, you just elbowed me on the eye. I was like, oh shit, sorry. And then I did. It was an accident. It was bad. And then I give her a kick in the back, and I remember she was mad because it was a little hard, but it was not my intention. And then she, like, gave me a receipt, which was really beautiful. But the match was really fast-paced. I was able to do a lot of the high-flying stuff that I'm not usually doing all the time. Nyla and I were able to show our differences, her being a monster and me being a high flyer, faster opponent. I enjoyed very much, and again, I am really happy that I got to work Nyla again. She's one of my all-time favorite people to work at AEW and in the independent scene. And match number 1 of the night, Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa on 316 in San Antonio, Texas. Wham! The match of the year for me, of course. It's the steel cage match where I won the championship, the AEW Women's World Championship. Self-explanatory. Is when I won the championship, right? Great, very special moments. I think the beginning of the match, the entrance was really cool. I felt like a superstar because everybody had Thunder Rosa signs, kids were crying, people were cheering. My family was there. I know a bunch of my grandmas from my friends were actually crying when I come out when the mariachi played.
Everybody was crying.
Before the match, everybody was crying, you know?
That's like a thing everybody says.
Yes.
Everybody was crying. Like grown men were crying because they knew.
That's the stamp, guys. But it was really beautiful. There was a couple moments in where I remember doing some stuff in the match, and like the beginning was really cool. Just looking at everything in the moment. Feeling the warm blood running on my face. My face was completely like red. It was just blood. My hair was like super drenched with blood. I remember the pain that I feel during a lot of the spots in the match. I think that was one of the even more painful at the lights out match.
Really?
This one, yeah, it was very, very painful.
Wow.
Yeah, yes, it took me like 2 weeks to be able to walk afterwards.
Yeah. I remember.
Yes, the thumbtack spot where I landed and all my leg is like landed on that. It was intense. Definitely working with Britt has always been a treat. Like you guys love that. We have a really great chemistry, and you know, people win over the time, so they're cut our time in our match. So, you know, some stuff we're cut, but at the end of the day, we told a story, and it was very emotional. Confetti come out, and you know, Dustin came out and celebrated with me.
Okay, so after we air after we put in YouTube the match and the back, the BTE and everything.
Mm-hmm.
One question that was asked a lot, I remember perfectly. What the hell were you trying to do with the blood?
I wanted to put Braid on my stomach, but I didn't have enough blood.
But that Braid, like DMD, right?
DMD.
Everybody wanted to know what the hell was that. It didn't.
It wouldn't. I didn't have enough blood, bro. That was sad, but that's what I tried to do. But overall, like I will say, not technically wise or whatever, but what it meant for me in my career and in the future for other women like me, if they want to become wrestlers, this is the one. This one and the lights out match, of course, because again, it's like with, you know, like as cliche as it sounds, with blood, sweat, and tears, we were able to, and I'm not saying we were able to accomplish something that we have not been able to accomplish in a couple decades, and that is like to fully represent Latinos on a national stage of that sort. And for that's why this match is my number one. And this is the end of the end of the year. Yeah. Again, I want to thank you for being with us the whole entire year. This year has been a roller coaster of emotions, and where the really, really, really highs, like we were climbing, you were climbing with me. Then we hit the pinnacle of the top of the mountain, and then guess what? Life said, fuck you, and you guys came with this ride. It was full of all kinds of emotions, and you stuck together with me. You cried with me, you laughed with me, you dreamed with me, you went to places with me, you hugged me, you cleaned my tears, you put a smile on my face, you put food on my table. And this is why I continue to bring entertainment to you, whatever that means to you. If I just, I'm someone that you get a laugh, or you get, inspired and to continue to live life, that's what I'm here for. Yes, it is really cool that I am quote unquote famous, and I have status, and I do something that I really love doing. But at the end of the day, what we're doing here in YouTube, what we're doing in Patreon, what we've done in Brand Army, what we do on our social media is to inspire you to become someone who you want to be. Someone that you can accomplish more. Or even the fact that you challenge yourself for a better life. I'm just here to continue to tell you that you can do it. That challenges will come, that you will cry, that you will feel like it's time to quit, that there's nothing else you can do, that life is giving you shit. But just remember, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And pain and all the things that you think are going wrong in your life are temporary. This is the end of the year. This is the awesome part about life, and if you're healthy, is that you have a chance to try again the next day. 2023 is a time to challenge yourself, to be better, to take accountability for things that you know that you can only take accountability. And it's time for you to take time and to say, and to change things that you can only change. Not about everybody else, but you. And I wouldn't be telling you if I'm not doing it myself. So with that said, thank you so much for subscribing, liking, and sharing. Tell everyone that Thunder Rosa say hi. Vatos locos forever. Take a risk. Life is a risk, carnal. So I'm sending you a hug. Thank you so much, guys. I love you. See you all next year.